Welcome back to another edition, a Christmas edition you might have noticed. It's going to be our last episode of 2020, by 2020, and we'll be all joined together in the new year. So I think what we ought to do is welcome and say a very hairy Christmas to our wonderful queen that's going to be talking us through this week's episode, giving us the glittery Christmas queen look. Let's all do some falling snowflakes for the one and the only beautiful Grace Shush. Grace Shush! Hello, darling. Oh, she's on mute. You're on mute, Grace. Hey!
Bonjour, it is Grace Shush.
Oh, I only speak Spanish, sorry.
Oh, sorry, Espanol. How are we?
I'm good, how are you, darling?
I'm all right, babes. I'm all right. I haven't made it the very first.
Snowflakes falling for your entrance. Chin chin, I'm just having a little Coca-Cola.
I haven't got a beverage because because I was told we had 45 minutes to do a whole face, and I was like, I can't have anything to distract me. I've got to get on with it. I've got to be doing this, talking through this.
Well, we have got 45 minutes, Grace. We have. So
I'm enjoying your alternate green hat, not red hat.
Yeah.
She thought, you know what, Christmas red? I think so, honey. I'm getting green.
It's all they have left in Poundland, to be honest with you.
El Poundland is what we call it in Spain.
Totally.
So it's the only place I can get super glue and like a potted plant.
And that's a combination that everybody needs, even if they don't.
That's my drag, so.
There we go. Well, I'm very excited to see what we're going to end up looking like today. Yeah, she's ready. So the first thing I wanted to ask you, just before we do anything else, could you give us a quick overview in 4 words only? This is the challenge. What is Grace Shush in 4 words?
Carbohydrates, old. No, I want to say what's the word for like old, like, you know, I'm an older soul. I don't know, that kind of cultured, I suppose that's what you'd say. So carbohydrates, cultured, and absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, that's a hyphenated word, that one.
Yeah, it's like / absolutely gorgeous. So shall I start?
Well, I hope you're going to make us all absolutely gorgeous. Yes, we got 45. I'm only starting because I want to get my eyebrows covered quickly.
Okay, I'm just literally going to start with some primer. Like, you can use whatever primer you want.
All right, so you go.
I've only just got into priming because my sister and now newly announced season 2 of Drag Race Bimini told me I should start using primer, and I was like, okay. So I do something different with my foundation that I've only just started doing, but I just feel like it makes me more of a woman. It makes me feel like I'm like a beauty guru. I put everything down first. I don't queens put their foundation on and then put their what's on top. I don't do that.
I've never seen this technique before. Never.
Take my contour. I use the darkest contour, like could be classed as quite. Yeah.
She's very dark, isn't she? Bloody hell.
But it all blends out into you know, the gorgeous woman that you'll see before you. So what I do with my foundation now is I fill in all the gaps. Filling in the gaps.
This is amazing what you're doing. And then are you just going to beauty blend all of that together?
All of it together, yeah.
Shut up.
I don't know what to talk about, so I'm just blending and we're blending.
What you're doing, and we will follow your every move.
Can I see my own forehead? How to do it? Yeah, forehead, love. But then you can see, like, I've just lost a bit of that definition here.
Right.
So I still do go in with a little bit more, which defeats the purpose of what I'm doing. So I'm just intensifying all the areas that, bringing it all back. What's that song?
I'm impressed with that little technique, actually, Babs. And that's going to make life so much quicker, so much fun.
So I'm just using Cody's Aspen Translucent Powder, if anybody wants to know. It's from America.
It's from where? America?
Yeah.
Oh.
It smells like old ladies.
Oh, love that. So actually, Grace, talking about drag names, right? What are you doing now? You just.
I'm literally using my. Hi guys, I'm using my Laura Mercier.
She's an influencer.
I'm an influencer. I actually, well, I didn't meet her, but I was in the same room as her once as Laura Mercier. She's a very small woman, as the actual Laura Mercier. I'm just blending it out. So I'm a big believer in drag and makeup that you slap it all on and then you cut it all out.
Okay.
I still really like to map everything out. So like, I like to make sure this blends really high, so that because I'm really self-conscious of it. So I mean, I don't have a big one, but but I like to like really blend this all the way up into my forehead. This is my nose contour. Just get my brown powder and I just smack it on my nose like that. And that's essentially how I start my nose contour.
I love that.
So what I mean by like slapping on and cutting it out, so now I'll go in with my powder, just my highlight, my all over setting powder.
Okay.
And I'll go right up to the nose. And then I cut out underneath, and then I pop a little bit on my forehead. Not much. Okay, great. I feel gorgeous. You were asking me about drag names.
Yeah, so I was gonna say about drag names because I love this. It's my kind of like, I don't know what the word is. It's my like perversion. I love to know what everybody's old drag names were. Before it was Grace Shush, who was she?
Oh God. Originally, I really wanted to be called Tallulah Van Cartier.
Fucking brilliant.
It's from Sister Act. Dolores Van Cartier, because it was one of the only videos that my granny had when I was little, and I used to stay at my granny's a lot. So then somebody used to call me Tia Maya anyway, because they always said I was too much information. I like talking about body movements, bodily fluids and stuff. And that was, then I had a club night called Rosebud, and it was Tia Maya Rose. Hated that. And then I just really loved the name Grace. And you didn't ask me this question, but I'm going to tell you my name. So Grace Shush. Grace was the name that I stuck with, and everyone was like, well, you can't just be called Grace. And I was like, yeah, I can. And there's so many amazing Graces. And I'm Tuesday's child full of grace. My friend was like, Shush. And I was like, rude. And she was like, no, Grace Shush. And I was like, oh, gracious. And it made me feel very like that 1950s, like Judy Garland, Grace Shush, Gene Kelly. It felt very that.
She went from Tallulah Van Cartier
to Grace Shush.
Grace Shush.
And then I'm going to go in with this gorgeous green color because it's festive and it is a Christmas festive edition. There you go.
Oh, lovely.
And we're done. And then take a fluffy brush and literally just start buffing round the lines. Because I've got quite petite eyes, really small eyes, and everything that I do is to help my eyes have the illusion of being larger. So once the green is on our eyes, I am going to take another brush, a super fluffy brush, as fluffy as you can get. Like, this is like an arsehole of a brush. It's nothing.
Okay, massive.
And then go into some yellow. And then I'm just going to start gently pressing it on the outer corner of my eye.
Are you a dressmaking queen?
I can make, but if it's something like, you know, bigger than a cowl neck slip dress, then I get a lot made by Jackie.
Okay, amazing.
Jackie has all of my measurements, and she has made me quite a lot. She made me 2 things during lockdown because I was photographed by Rankin.
Incredible.
Huh?
That's amazing.
Yeah, I was on a TV show for Sky. So I'm just putting a bit of white under my eye because I want the colour to pop. And then I'm taking that yellow and I'm just taking it, wrapping it round. You want to look a little bit like a twister lolly.
Love that, yes.
Okay, feeling gorgeous, feeling like a woman. Clown white again. If you don't use clown white, I advise you should just go and invest in it.
Yeah, just go and get clown
It's
white.
incredible. And then I usually just use a flat brush, super flat, and I just press it on my eye. And then I start doing like cutting a half circle out. Take your green and then just merge your sides together, merge it all together.
So talking of Drag Race then, obviously some of our sisters have just been announced on season DOS.
Oh, finally, we can talk about it.
I know! How exciting is it? Or what? And then of course...
I felt bad actually talking about it online because it's like, you know, I've got at least 3 or 4 friends in it, and I'm like, you don't want to root for one person, but at the same time, you're like, yes, my best friend, and then at the same time, you're like, but I love her. I've done loads of things with her. What I'm gonna do is I'm either gonna take a darker green or like a brown.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna intensify that crease there. So the same color that I just cut my crease with, I'm just darkening the corners here. What am I doing next? I've done that. Liner.
Officially got 10 minutes left.
Ah! Okay, liner. So I only ever take my liner to like here. I don't go all the way in the corner because, again, I got tiny eyes. Oh my God, I hate putting liner on. But I've done it.
Oh, it's good.
I'll never forget, this is bragging a little bit. We were on our way to Manchester and we were stuck in traffic and it was for Sink the Pink and it was a Pride event. And we had to start getting ready in the minibus. And I remember doing my liner in the minibus and Rodent just screaming out loud, "You fucking witch, I just watched you do that." And I was like, oh.
Hang on a second. A Sink the Pink gig where you're getting ready in the vehicle. That doesn't sound like...
That doesn't sound right.
That doesn't sound right to me.
So sometimes with my liner, I like take it under the line, underneath. Like, so I'm kind of like going like under rather than on top. Then I take a really, really dark brown. I just start smoking out that liner because I hate a strong line. That's just me personally. If you love a strong line, you do a strong line.
If you love it, you do it.
Like that.
Oh, that's lush. Actually, I was going to ask you about your queer household. So now that you're not in that same household anymore, I'm going to ask you about...
I can tell you about that household though. Like, I'm still very fond of them. I just left because we were coming to the end of the contract, and also working and living with queens. It's just a lot sometimes. Like, we are all very open and admitting that it's not a what's it. It can just be.
There's no bad blood, basically. That's good.
None at all. I fucking love Margot and Sue. Like, I'd have them around every day if there wasn't a pandemic. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my God, my mum's video calling me. Go away, Gail. I'm trying to do something. Okay. I'm going to put mascara on, which is a very odd thing to do at this stage. But because I have blonde lashes, I feel like I can't tell if the eye is nice until everything's like... It just looks like I've got loads of powder on my lashes and... Oh, fuck.
I was just going to ask you, what is Christmas 2020 going to look like for Grace Shush? What are you doing?
Oh, well, I've been having this debate.
Well, actually, now that you've got tier 3, I don't know what you can do.
Well, I've been having this debate with my family and with myself, and obviously I don't want to put anyone in jeopardy. Where's my brow brush? While I do this, I'm going to tell you about my brows. I use a flat angle brush, and I use my contour color, and that's it.
Good.
But yeah, I'm trying to decide whether or not to go home. Yeah, so, but gig-wise, I'm doing a couple of Zooms. I was very lucky to pick up a gig for tomorrow because I actually have my best paid gig tomorrow all month, and then obviously I can't fucking do it now. She's not a bit of Betty. Oh, these brows aren't symmetrical, but they're okay.
I wish that we
for
had
brow
longer.
wise, just
I wish that we had longer so that you could really talk us through these brows, but we are down to.
Oh, my brows are literally. I draw the line and then I feather up from the line. That's it. But I think you can just do whatever brow you want to do because somebody once said that I look like I draw my brows on with Crayola crayon.
And you were like, thank you very much.
If you do make a mistake on the shape, you can use your clown white again to just re-cut out the brow. So my queer household, you were asking me.
Well, I just wanted to know, who you lived with, what it was like living with that many queens, and like, is it just Can-Cans and Liza Minnelli all the time?
I loved living with the girls. It was because it was quiet a lot of the time, or we'd have camp nights. So I've just set my brows and everything with the same powder as I've been using. Because we'd have quiet nights, but then sometimes you'd have these like random outbursts of stuff in the kitchen where we'd all start singing something, or our dogs at the door like, what the fuck is going on in there? Why aren't I allowed in?
Yeah.
We'd have these random bursts of things which I loved. How long have we got?
We've got 3 minutes.
Are you shitting me?
No.
Okay, so I'm just gonna grab some glitter glue. Fuck, look at me with 3 minutes to go, and I'm like, let's get some glitter.
Always.
And I'm just gonna start dotting the glitter glue around the outside. I wanted it to look like Christmas baubles. I am so anal. I put all my glitters on top so that when I'm looking in, I can see which glitter it is.
Shut up, that's amazing. Oh,
so I'm just dusting so I got my finger and I went blah 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 over my glitter glue, but now I'm dusting it off. I'm just left with where the glitter was. Do you see?
Mm-hmm.
Where the glitter glue was. Ooh, look at that. So pretty. Ooh, look at me. Ooh. And I'm just putting it on the outside of my face here because I got a chubby fat face and I want it to look bit on there, bit on there, on the end of the nose. I'm left with this brown nose. I take my highlight and I just go and I get a little fluffy brush, and then your nose looks like a landing strip, like a Belisha beacon. So I'm just gonna take what Kylie Jenner made famous, a sore lip liner, and just outline my lips. Agent Provocateur lipstick, which is literally just like a sheer beigey lipstick.
To be honest with you, your face does not look like it took 45 minutes to do. It's amazing.
Thanks. Oh, now she's a fucking woman.
Look at her.
She's got her hand-dyed human hair wig on. Oh.
So do you know what, Grace? Listen, put lashes on. We're not. There's no rules. I'm making the fucking rules, okay?
This is where I sit now for the next 10 minutes, just like. I hate spending loads of money on drag. The only thing I'll spend it on is my outfits. So when you put your lashes on, pop them on, and then just in the corners, raise them a little bit because you've got all that liner, so you don't need to put them on the lash line. You just have that. You see that gap in between? So push them up on the corners. Fuck me! Look how beautiful I am.
Yeah.
Oh, there she is.
I love that. Anyway, I feel like we're all doing very, very well, and I feel like we could down tools. I feel like this is it. We can go away, we can work on it on our own time, add our little finishing touches, and then, we can tag each other in our Instagram posts, and we can look at her. What's your Instagram handle, Grace?
Grace Shush.
Grace Shush.
With an extra H because the twat that has Grace Shush is a 12-year-old girl that won't talk to me. That has no followers and has never posted. Stupid bitch.
All right then, my darlings. Well, thank you so much to everybody for tuning in. And just a reminder that this is the last of the Makeovers Misfits of the year. So we will be back in 2021. Fingers crossed. Come on, baby Jesus. Give us a fucking better year than the one we just had. Hopefully you'll all come back and join us in the new year. And thank you again to the gorgeous Grace Shush for guiding us through this.
Thanks for having me. I've enjoyed it.
It's been amazing. Thank you, Grace, my darling. And thank you to everybody for watching. And we'll see you in the new year.
Merry
Bye,
Christmas.
everyone.
Bye.